This is San Diego News Daily.
Hello and welcome to San Diego News Daily. I am Dana Williams. We are staying on top of breaking news out of Caracas, Venezuela, where just hours ago the United States carried out a large-scale strike against the nation's capital. That is according to President Trump. The president also saying they've captured Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro and his wife and flown them out of the country. It is not clear where they were taken, but we do know they've both been indicted in the Southern District of New York. Maduro has been charged with several things, including narco-terrorism conspiracy. Stick with us on the air and online for the latest developments in this story. And any progress on a controversial ADU in the Pacific Beach neighborhood is on hold after a judge ordered an injunction on the disputed Chalcifica development. Neighbors for a Better Pacific Beach want to see the 136-unit project halted, and they say this court order is a step in the right direction. They argue the project would create traffic jams and that there's not enough parking. The city says they were never planning to issue any permits for the project as it is currently proposed.
This ain't a granny flat going in behind me, or a series of granny flats. This is a disguised apartment complex that's going in. It shouldn't be here.
As for the developer, SDRE, they sent us a statement saying, in part, this court proceeding was not unexpected and will not deter us from continuing the mission, consistent with the state of California's goals regarding building new housing and the city's objective to meet those goals. And you might experience some sales tax deja vu this election year. There are efforts to get both a countywide and a city of San Diego sales tax increase on the ballot come November. Both are citizen-led, driven by organized labor. The county tax would be half-cent, while the city is a 1-cent tax hike. The county dollars would be dedicated to social services and the Tijuana sewage crisis, and the city money would go toward infrastructure and wildfire prevention. There's no guarantee either will make it on the ballot.
We understand there's always skepticism, but we think that these issues are important and the cost of not acting is going to be significant, and we think the voters are going to support this.
The city measure could generate $400 million, while the county measure could generate $360 million. And the start of 2026 has been especially rough in some parts of San Diego, as you can see right here. The storm that swept through Thursday led to quite a bit of damage in a really short amount of time. We saw about a dozen water rescues, cars that were submerged, and homes and businesses that were flooded. But this also impacted many of San Diego's most vulnerable. Hundreds of people had to evacuate from the Alpha Project shelter downtown. NBC7's Jeanette Casada tells us where they are now and how you can help.
We knew it was raining, it was coming down pretty hard, but I kept thinking, it's not going to be so bad.
Michael and his wife are among hundreds of people who were surprised by rising waters that flooded the Alpha Project shelter site where they stayed early Thursday morning. He says within minutes, the water started seeping into the tent.
You don't know what's under the water, what you're stepping on, what you're going to trip over, and so you have to walk real carefully, and it was just difficult. And I'd never been in anything like that in my life.
Alpha Project CEO Bob McElroy says his security staff called to tell him what was happening.
We had about 2.5 feet inside the tent.
McElroy says the flood damaged beds, computer servers, files, but their priority was getting everyone out safely. He says dozens of people from multiple agencies came together to get the resources and help with evacuations.
Mr. McElroy, he was pinpoint there the whole time when he was evacuating all the way to us, walking 3 blocks away. He got over there. He was there throughout the whole thing, encouraging, inspiring people, and it just allowed us to kind of relax a minute, knowing that someone was there for us.
Once everyone made it out, they walked several blocks to another nearby Alpha Project shelter. There, they waited for MTS buses to pick them up and take them to the municipal gym at Balboa Park.
They had 3 MTS, the double wide ones.
Michael and his wife are grateful to have a place to rest their head at night.
Being able to come to a clean place, a safe place, was heaven sent.
Catherine Bolden and her husband Frank heard about the need. Today they stopped by to drop off some donations.
They need everything, so they lost everything, it seems, in the flooding. So, and we have lots of pillows and linens, and she says they can use that.
Meanwhile, Michael says he'll continue leaning on his faith for strength to carry him and his wife through.
I call him God, and it gives me my inspiration to keep trudging through this, from being on the street to where I am today and where I will end up one day back, my wife and I, back into another apartment.
Jeanette Quesada, NBC 7.
And the people impacted are between 20 and 80 years old. If you would like to help, they need clothes, shoes, towels, blankets, and pillows. You can drop off donations at the recital hall in Balboa Park. Organizers expect they're going to be at the municipal site for a few months. Our NBC 7 meteorologist will have a look at your weather and if any more rain is on the way right after this.
You count on breaking news
People running in the streets, they have their kids, they have their pets.
and help preparing for the unexpected.
Small fire right now. We'll keep an eye on it.
You count on stories from your community. You count on getting different points of view
We're still human.
and your voice being heard.
We need help.
You count on in-depth reporting
It's a mess, and it's making people sick.
because you know the whole story is more than just the headline. This is coverage you count on, only on NBC 7 and Telemundo 20.
Lots to get to this morning. We still have more rain on the way, but mostly cloudy skies for your Saturday afternoon. The rain chances will start to increase as we get into late this afternoon and this evening and into the overnight hours. We still have that on Sunday. Meantime, on Monday through Tuesday, more rain chances back in the forecast. Some cooler daytime highs by that point as well. Let's talk about what's happening out along the coastline here. We have this beach hazard statement through Monday morning. So in combination with the storms, but also the king high tides that are back here, that could lead to some minor coastal flooding for low-lying areas, parking lots along the coastline. Something to keep in mind if you plan to go out there. And we're looking at that high tide. It's peaking at 8:15 this morning, lower than normal low tide just before 3 p.m. If you want to go to places like Scripps, La Jolla, go check out the tide pools. It's pretty cool out there. And for your area forecast, we're right around the low to mid 60s at the coast. Over your inland valley communities, we're closer to about those low to upper 60s. Really just depends on where you are. Trending a little bit warmer for areas like La Mesa, El Cajon, but then closer to that low to mid 60s mark for areas like Ramona. 50s back in the forecast for your mountain communities. A little bit breezy, even gusty at times there. Some of those winds could pick up to about 25 to 35 miles per hour at their max. And then over the desert region, we have those low 70s in the forecast. So let's talk about the recent rain that we received. So from that New Year's Day storm, San Diego International, about 2 inches, 2 inches and a quarter, I should say. Same thing for Ramona, but both of those areas, especially here for San Diego International, surpassing its January average. Ramona, not quite, but not far off at all. I mean, it's pretty good for the first day of the month, although it did cause a lot of issues for people with the flooding for their cars, their businesses. Definitely not the way you want to start 2026. As we anticipate that more rain coming through the area going into today, tomorrow, it shouldn't be as heavy, but we're looking at the consistency here. So we're going from tonight into Sunday, off and on rain chances. That goes into Monday, possibly even into your Tuesday. Temperatures will taper a little bit as well. In terms of what we can expect later on this evening going into tomorrow, not a huge rainmaker with this first part of the system, but we could see these totals go up as we go into Sunday into Monday. Coastal communities, the inland valleys, right around 1/4 inch up to about 1/2 inch of rain, possibly up to 1 inch of rain is a possibility there for the higher elevations, your mountain communities. So here's a look at the 10-day. Those temperatures, like I said, tapering off a little bit Monday and Tuesday. That takes us into the end of next week. And for your inland valley communities, same deal, slightly trending downward and then rebounding by next weekend. Better chances for some sunshine by that point. The mountain communities, though, cooling down quite a bit, right around those upper 40s. That could be Monday through Thursday, even into Friday. And then we're looking at some 60s through the extended period for the desert region, Dana.
Wow, look at that, Brooke. Thanks so much. We appreciate it. And the new year will likely bring many firsts for people, but one couple joins a pretty select group having a baby right after midnight. And you're looking at perhaps the first baby to arrive on January 1st, 2026. Meet Kaya K. Kassler, who said hello to the world at 12:15 a.m. at Sharp Mary Birch Hospital. She's posing alongside mom and dad, Peyton and Ryan Kassler. A big congratulations to those new parents. And as always, there's more coverage you can count on at NBC7.com, and you can always find us on your Roku or your Samsung Smart TV app. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Dana Williams.